Hello guys, it is time to do the Extreme Rules prediction again with Big Papa Brian and MJ Halloran.
What
Yeah,
up?
What's going on?
so what do we think of this pay-per-view? There's a
think
lot of matches.
There's a lot of matches, which is nice. It seems to be that somebody won't mention any particularly names
Yeah.
is conspicuous by his absence once again.
Yeah, again, we don't have one belt in that pay-per-view.
But I actually saw a post on Facebook. It was a picture of the Universal title and said, "Please share this Universal title picture of the Universal title so that people can remember what it looks like."
Yeah.
It's,
It's I don't know. The whole build for this pay-per-view has been pretty lackluster. I'm calling it, who gives a shit 2018. It's
and there's a couple cool matches, but again, that's one that a lot of those don't really have that much story behind them
right.
and can go either way without anyone caring.
Yeah, SmackDown's been decent. The Raw builds have just been like
Raw has turned into the B show.
Yeah. It's like
especially when you have a champion who shows up when he feels like it. He's showing up on UFC more than he's showing up in the job he's contracted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first match, which is going to be on the kickoff, is a New Day versus Sanity.
Who?
New Day versus Sanity.
Yeah, I heard the New Day part. Who's the second part?
Sanity?
Sanity.
Yeah.
Are you not familiar with Sanity?
As the guys from NXT.
Is that the other team that's also three people?
Yes, they just came up from NXT.
Wait. I thought about it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Really?
It's probably going to be Sanity that is going to win this because they're trying to build them up.
They're definitely getting a push. It seems as though they're getting a little bit of a push the way they just came out and mopped the ring with the New Day on SmackDown this week.
Yeah, but they already beat them. They beat them they already beat Sanity.
New Day is also. It seems like New Day has been doing a lot of jobbing lately.
Yeah, well, they don't know what to do with them anymore.
Well, I thought Kofi was going to get a big push by putting him in the Money in the Bank. I actually thought Kofi was going to win the Money in the Bank when they put him in it, but of course.
No, I
could see Big E having a great singles career because he's a huge dude.
Yeah, and he was a champion in NXT as well.
Yeah, he was an NXT champion, and Vince sees big things in him still. He's great on the mic. He when he needs to get serious, he could be really good. I went back and watched.
The dude sweats buckets, though.
Yeah. I went back and watched some of his early NXT stuff. I mean, dude's solid. I would like to see Big E before it's all said and done. I think Big E will get a big singles run.
There was rumor that he was going to turn heel and turn on the New Day.
They don't need to split them up to go on singles runs, though, because they were all singles wrestlers before they got together.
Well, Xavier Woods was shit.
Yeah.
Xavier Woods is nothing without the New Day.
Xavier Woods is much better wrestler than he was 3 years ago.
He's still nothing without the New Day.
Yeah, all right.
His whole name and whole persona is from the New Day.
Anyway, yeah, I got Sanity in this match. It's their first pay-per-view. I don't see him.
Is it really their first pay-per-view? It's a pre-show. Well, let's be real.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
They are on the pre-show because there's just too many matches.
There's a lot of matches on this show.
Yeah, and
which is nice. It's nice to see a good amount of matches. That I do like.
Starting back at 6 o'clock for the pre-show.
I
don't even know if I'll be home.
I'd rather see like 6 matches on the card and see each of them get 15-20 minutes. That's why NXT takeovers are so much better than WWE pay-per-views.
Last takeover was amazing.
One match that I'm really looking forward to, and we'll get into that in a minute. But
yeah, all right.
I think we can all agree that we're looking forward to that one match.
Second match, Asuka versus Carmella.
I mean,
with the retard in the Shark Tank.
With him in the Shark Tank, Asuka could win the match.
Yeah.
Asuka has to win. No, I mean, I don't know. They pretty much already killed her character, so
yeah, she's not the undefeated anymore.
Yeah,
but I mean, I can't see Carmella as a champion.
How long can Carmella run this shenanigan of being champion. That's the thing. It really is a shenanigan. There's no way ever that someone like Carmella should be beating a fighter like Asuka or
Charlotte.
Or Charlotte. And and I get it. Like, you had the whole thing with those two Australian girls the sound of their voice annoyed the hell out of me.
Iconics.
The Iconics, who beat the crap out of Charlotte, and then she took advantage. And that's the whole spirit of the Money in the Bank contract.
Right.
But enough's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they need to get the title off her.
I'd rather they give the ladies title to James Ellsworth at this point. At least that'll find some comedy.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Carmella.
I like her character work. I think she's a great heel. I hate her, which
Well, her mic skills and her verbiage are horrible.
Yeah.
And I think to be a good heel, you have to have good mic skills, or at least have good verbiage in the few things you say. Like Nakamura doesn't say much, but the few things he say had me rolling on the fucking floor.
Yeah.
See, Carmella has the acting chops that Alicia Fox does.
Alicia Fox plays a good psycho bitch.
Yeah, it looks like such bad acting when she's on camera.
That's exactly what it is. It's a horrible, like, you could tell that that's not her real persona.
Yeah, but it's done so badly, and it totally takes me out of everything. There's a
reason
ridiculous.
These people don't win Emmys. It's because they're not actors.
Yeah.
Well, you know what though? Like, Alexa, I can't see Alexa really being like that in the real world. Like, and she pulls it off. She acts much better than Carmella does.
Yeah.
And they're basically the same character. If you look at their personas, they're the same character.
Here's my biggest issue is that they did the whole serious women's wrestling thing for like a year and a half, and right now 2 divas have the belts, not their actual talented wrestlers, like their actual talented in-ring wrestlers.
Right. It should be like a Charlotte or a Nia Jax or a Sasha Banks or a Ronda Rousey.
Becky is starting to get a little push. She started winning matches again.
Yeah.
Or even Bayley. Bayley is a wrestler. She's not a diva.
No. Yeah, like, it should be. I mean, I understand you don't want to have Bayley and Sasha every time, like, every month. You need to mix it up a little bit, but I mean, they should always be at least hovering around the title picture, not doing horrible sketches about anger management, which just are not working.
Which, you know what though, it worked a few years back. Yeah, it's not funny anymore.
No. And here's something interesting that I heard since like mid 2016, whatever brand she's on, every women's title match, Alexa Bliss has been involved. She's either held the title or been challenging for the title.
And that includes the Money in the Bank cash-in.
You're right.
Like, she got involved somehow. She altered the outcome of the match, and then she cashed in the Money in the Bank. I mean, listen, Alexa Bliss has a huge fan base because, let's be honest, she's extremely good looking.
She is. She's also great on the mic too.
Yeah, she's great on the mic.
I do not enjoy
her. I do not enjoy her as a wrestler because I don't think she's a talented wrestler.
No.
People say, "Oh, Brian, you're very infatuated with Sasha, and that's why you think she should win everything." While that may be true, but Sasha's a very talented wrestler.
Yes.
She's, Alexa's not a talented wrestler.
Alexa's okay at best.
She wins her matches in such, if you take a look at the Elimination Chamber match that she won, she really sat on the side and did nothing the whole time and took advantage of a mistake at the end.
Yeah. And here's the thing, in the darkest days of Divadom, she would have been a really good top of the card wrestler. She would have been worthy of being champ in that era. We're not in that era anymore. We have women who can actually.
You're talking about the Nikki Bella era.
Yeah, or even before that, when a good WrestleMania match with the women lasted 2 minutes because they couldn't go any longer than that. So yeah, it's she's. she would have been top of the card back then. Right now, she's middle of the pack as far as her in-ring skill goes.
I agree with that.
There are at least five or six women who can.
But I think we've strayed from our original point of discussion.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Carmella versus Asuka. I'm going with Asuka.
I'm gonna agree with Asuka.
Asuka.
All right. So while we're on the Alexa Bliss subject, Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax.
I mean, I feel like they're pushing Alexa way too much, but I also feel like Ronda's gonna have something to do with this
they're
match.
building Ronda versus Alexa, so I'm guessing Alexa is gonna keep it so that she faces Ronda at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Right, but what the outcome is, I don't know. Is Nia gonna win the match by disqualification? Is Alexa gonna win the match? Is Nia gonna lose because of Ronda? Ronda Rousey's definitely gonna have something to do with this.
Well, they're gonna make something like Mickey's gonna be ringside. She's gonna be like fighting with Ronda, and eventually she's gonna cause a disqualification, something like that.
I mean, I can't tell you who's gonna win the match, but I can tell you that Alexa's walking out with the belt.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Because SummerSlam, like you said, SummerSlam is going to be Alexa versus.
And I hope that Ronda rips Alexa's arm off at SummerSlam.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I mean, she should be booked super strong against Alexa. It shouldn't even be close.
I mean, she had that match won against Nia Jax. She was about to put her on that armbar, and there was no way Nia was getting out of it.
Yeah.
The Bludgeon Brothers versus Team Hell No, which I don't know why they didn't rename Team Hell Yeah.
Well, they continued with the name, and this is the match that I'm looking for.
Yeah, but the No doesn't exist anymore. They should have renamed it Team Hell Yeah.
I mean, that's a topic for another discussion.
I think
I mean, the hype behind putting Daniel Bryan and Kane back together, knowing that this is like Kane's last hurrah before he retires.
Yeah,
I cannot see them in any way, shape, or form not giving them the belts.
There's no way they're not winning this.
Yeah.
Especially since they kind of failed with the Bludgeon Brothers, that nobody gave a shit about him. And it's funny because
Luke Harper's an asshole.
And Harper is basically wearing Kane's old suit, but in green.
Yeah.
It's the same freaking suit.
Yeah.
It is.
What's your issue with Harper?
I saw him at WrestleMania. I said, "Hey, Luke Harper," and he just ignored me and kept walking.
Oh.
At the Andre the Giant screening.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler.
He's a great wrestler. He's just an asshole.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Big Cass was like extremely nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I have Team Hell No in this match. Although I don't know.
I can see them throwing in a curveball, but I can't see them with this match, especially since the Bludgeon Brothers are not going over the way everybody thought they would.
No.
And Kane is the big guy that you need to take down the Bludgeon Brothers.
Right. And I mean, they're not gonna do anything fishy with Kane. Like the only way they get out of this Team Hell No thing, though, my only concern is by turning one of them, they're not going to turn Brian.
No way, you can't make him a heel. You can't. Yeah, he's not a heel.
They're not.
I mean, the fans would never allow him to be a heel.
Yeah, they're not going to turn Kane either because he's in the middle of an election. They're not going to turn him heel.
I mean, he's done. His career is over. I think this is his last hurrah. And
I think it's in November, the election, something like that. Or
that's when election day is in the U.S. So
it'll be in November. But I think Team Hell No. I thought they're just, it's gold. Like, they're having so much fun together. The whole thing at the end of SmackDown with Brian trying to make the flames jump up was brilliant. So Team Hell No for the win.
Yep, definitely. The Leaders of World versus the B Team.
I'm going to have to say the B Team.
I think it's going to be the B Team too. They're really on fire.
They're just giving them that huge push.
And Wyatt is actually hurt as well. So.
Oh, yeah. No,
he's seriously hurt. I don't even know if he, like...
I was surprised he was physical this week because I kept reading that he was seriously hurt.
I was hearing it wasn't that bad. I know he was in a car accident and it could have been severe, but
he went face on with another car, and he's the one that was responsible for that because he was like not paying attention and went in the other lane.
Oops.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Again, I drive an hour to and from work every day. How do you not pay attention to the road? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I always know who's around me, who's in front of me, who's behind me.
Yeah,
like,
but they're all overworked though.
My phone is at my side. I don't even look at unless I'm using it as a GPS. My phone is like at my side. I don't even.
Yeah, they're all overworked and they drive at night, so I can see it happening.
I get it.
It's like truck drivers. I mean, they drive all day, but they still do accidents sometimes.
Well, you've seen my rage on Facebook. You should see my rage when I get cut off. So
I can imagine, dude. I can only imagine.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm with you guys. I think it's B Team, and here's why. I think they lose the belts at the compound and get reincarnated. I think they're going to fold them into the Woken universe. I think that they're going to lose.
Especially since Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas are actually brothers.
Yeah, and Bo Dallas is. Imitation.
It's so yeah.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Yeah,
they're just so much fun together. So yeah, I would what I really hope, since they're not going to be serious with either team, I just want them to go the complete opposite way with it and just make it batshit crazy. Take them to the compound, reincarnate both of them, make them part of the Woken universe.
Wyatt Family 2.0, Woken Family.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I think this is the one thing that they've been doing really well on Raw. I'd like to see more of it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this and a Go B Team because they're just so much fun.
It kind of sucked that they didn't put Jeff on Raw to have him as Brother Nero.
I mean, they kind of have him doing the Brother Nero persona without giving him the name, which is a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's still doing the whole delete thing. Like he's acknowledging that he's part of that universe, but not Woken. So, and I'm sure down the line at some point they will go to it. They have to go to it.
Well, so let's go to that match. I don't know if it's the next one on your list, but let's go to the Jeff Hardy match.
Jeff versus Shinsuke.
This is my slam dunk Shinsuke's win.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Jeff Hardy is pretty hurt as well.
Yeah, well, he was limping, and I don't know if he's going to need another round of surgery, but
looks like it.
Yeah.
So
I think that's their setup. They let him do that, and then he comes back into the Woken universe as well.
It's possible. I don't know. Are they going to keep him off TV until the next draft? I don't see him. Send him over.
Well, if he is that hurt and he needs surgery, it's going to be.
Yeah.
He gets hurt a lot. The high flyers usually do.
Yeah. Well, especially
and
now
he's in 40.
Yeah.
41, I think he is. So, I mean, it takes a toll. 20 years of wrestling the way he is.
He can't keep jumping off of shit and, not expect
and landing on ladders. I mean, backwards.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'll tell you what. It's a shame, too, because his face paint has been on point the last month. So.
Yeah.
The stuff with the closed eyes and whatnot has been really cool.
Yeah,
but yeah,
cool.
in another world, this would be a really great match, and I mean, it still could be solid,
right?
But with Jeff not being 100%, I think they'll tone down a lot of what they might have gotten up to.
It might even end up being a squash.
Yeah, it might be. And I mean, it's good. I want them to book Shinsuke Strong, and I'm fine with him being U.S. title. As long as, for the love of God, don't do foreign heel. Let him just do what he's been doing.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, Shinsuke.
After that, Balor versus Corbin.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah,
I think they're gonna go with Corbin because they're pushing him, and Balor they're just not doing anything with him.
Right.
It's a shame that they're treating Balor the way they are because he's great on the mic.
Yeah, and he's great in the ring.
Great in the ring. He's a great character. He's just a great overall.
Yeah.
No,
I think they're gonna go with.
I think they should give
Corbin.
the match to Balor and let Corbin go back to TGI Fridays.
No fucking doubt. I mean, Balor will never be used right in the WWE until Vince is no longer booking things and Hunter is in charge. Like, he's Hunter's guy.
And they need to put that face paint back on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that persona.
It's been over a year that he hasn't used a demon.
Yeah.
Well, from what I understand, it takes over 3 hours to.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a for real deal. Plus, I mean, you don't want them doing it every other month.
I was checking an interview like last week. He was supposed to use the demon at WrestleMania, but he decided to go the other way with the Glad team instead.
Yeah.
So he didn't do the demon. He kept the regular because he wanted to push the message. But originally, he was supposed to do the demon instead.
Well, yeah, I mean, for that reason alone, I got a root for the guy. But what he can do a rainbow demon. That'd be one way to go with it.
It would have been it would not be very fearful though.
Probably not.
Right.
But then again, he's a demon. He's a guy painted with a Rastafari, headdress. I mean,
right.
It's not that fearful anyway. I mean, if you're gonna go overboard, go all the way.
I got to say one thing. So you guys know I work at a summer camp for the summer because I'm as a teacher, I'm off for the summer. And every week we have a theme day. So like the first week of camp, it's usually like a 4th of July theme. The second week of camp, it was we had a Halloween theme. So basically, you dress however you want.
Mm-hmm.
We had this one kid. He came in dressed as Demon Finn Balor.
Nice.
All out. His mom spent an hour and a half doing his face paint.
Nice.
And unfortunately, he couldn't win the camper competition because he won the previous week with his 4th of July outfit. And you can't win 2 weeks in a row. But he looked like, I was like, oh my God. And I happen to be friends with the family.
Yeah.
His father works at the camp as well. And I texted the mom. I was like, oh my God, you did such an amazing job. He literally 2 feet taller and you would have thought it was Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good stuff.
So, yeah, I think Corbin's going to win this because they're trying again. They're trying everything to get him over. So they're trying the new persona now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like his new haircut either.
I mean, he
was going bald anyway.
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't do a hair match. I mean, I understand it for Vince. It probably feels too wrestling, but why shave a dude with long hair, even though everybody knows he's going bald, just like Kurt Angle. Why not do a hair versus hair match?
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing with hair versus hair match. Well, there's two things with that. First, it would have been pretty evident that he was going to lose because he's balding. And second of all, in a hair versus hair match, you waste the hair. And nowadays, they want to give it for wigs for kids. You can't do that if you do a hair versus hair. They're wasted. And with their whole pro community and everything, it's a big waste. You can get a wig for 2 kids with those hair.
Did he donate his hair?
Yep. Yeah, there was a video on WWE.com where they cut the ponytail and they sent it to the kids and all.
I mean, I'm glad they did that and all, but...
The day I decide to shave mine, that's what I'll do.
Just a little bit. I mean, why would Baron Corbin's character do that?
My wife gets her hair cut once a year. And she literally cuts enough to donate and then lets it grow for another year. Yeah,
and that's cool. I'm all for it, but don't put it on TV if you're a bad guy.
Well, they put it. Well, I mean, they're all on WWE.com and on social media. They're all out of character now.
Yeah,
it's always like that.
They were never out of character, but now it's you could tell that, with their live appearances, they're completely out of character.
Yeah, I mean, Corbin was on a morning show joking with people and explaining his new character and that he cut his hair and he was pretty happy about it. And so they're always out of character outside of WWE TV. And same thing when they do they have so many shows. Just take Lana for example. She was a Russian, but on the Diva show she was speaking American. That's pretty breaking a character already. And on all the side shows on TV, they're all out of character.
Yeah, her accent is gone on SmackDown.
Yeah, it's been in and out, and now I think it's just completely out.
Yeah, ever since she came back with Rusev, it's been out.
You know who doesn't break characters? Ciampa. Thomas Ciampa is always a dick now. Like he's really dedicated to it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Even Rusev doesn't have the accent nearly as thick as he used to either.
Yeah, but he's legit foreign, and I think he's picked up a lot of
Well,
English.
Lana grew up in Russia. Lana spent from age 4 to 18 in Russia.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know.
That's why people don't. I learned it last week.
Yeah, but the formative years of our language were not in Russia.
Yeah,
Remember, the first 4 years of your life is your formative language years. You develop whatever accent you have, you develop in the first 4 or 5 years of your life.
Yeah. But yes, that's why people are not offended that she played a Russian, because she actually lived in Russia for 14 years.
Now, when we go to edit this video, we need the more you know graphic.
Yeah. I learned that last week. So.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
I heard she was from Miami or something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't care enough, so.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going with Corbin for that match.
As well.
Yeah.
Roman versus Lashley.
I will be turning the TV off by the time that match comes on.
Yeah. I think this one's going to go for Lashley because they're trying to push him.
I don't know, man. Roman is Vince's boy.
Yeah, but they want to do Lashley versus Lesnar if they ever can have Lesnar on camera again.
No, I mean, no.
No, because they're going to have Roman take the belt from Lesnar. I guarantee that.
Has Roman lost clean in a one-on-one match to anyone not named Brock Lesnar in the past year?
He hasn't lost clean to anybody named Brock Lesnar either.
He lost pretty clean at WrestleMania.
Not really. That was not a clean. I mean, it was a clean
he
win.
He actually won the match.
You know, like it took him 7 F5s to beat Roman, which is fucking ridiculous.
I know, but anyway, yeah, Roman's not going to lose to Bobby Lashley.
No way. No way.
Sorry.
I think Lashley's going to win this.
I wholeheartedly disagree.
I'll tell you what. I mean, we need to keep track and see, because I mean, you going out on a limb here, you might win predictions.
Because it looks like they're trying to push him pretty hard. I mean, they put him with Strowman. Now, I mean, they pushed him in to the fan, and now he's going against Roman.
Bobby Lashley's problem is his mic skills are fucking horrible.
Yeah. They are pretty horrible. Although, and
you cannot be the face of the company with bad mic skills. It's and the only exception to that rule is Lesnar, and that's because he has Paul Heyman.
Yeah, but apparently,
they're gonna need someone to put Paul Heyman on.
Yeah, they haven't.
Paul Heyman could just retire at this point. He's old.
Yeah, Heyman's leaving the company when Brock does. He's already said that he's not going to manage another wrestler.
Yeah.
And if
they even tried. Remember, they gave him Cesaro. They gave him what's his name?
Yeah.
Axel, who's
Yeah, Curtis Axel.
I was reading this week that he got a new job backstage. Heyman.
I could see a backstage job for him, but he's not going to be a manager or an advocate for anybody other than Brock Lesnar at this point.
If they do that, it will for sure be Ronda Rousey. It's not going to be anybody not tippy top of the card. But from what I understand, I don't watch TNA, but from what I understand, Lashley did good work on the mic in TNA. I think it's mostly the writing. Like his writing has been terrible with the whole sister thing. It's just been god awful.
Yeah, Sami Zayn
thing was god awful pretty bad. So.
You're not a Sami Zayn fan?
I am not.
Yeah. It's just
think about those Canadians, right, Jay?
I'm not a fan of Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn either. And they're both from.
I just and they're both from the same town. I don't know about the same town, but they're both from the same province as you.
Well, they're 10 minutes apart.
Right, and I was at a live show with Mark back in December. And someone kept yelling at Sami Zayn, "Go back to Toronto." And I turned around like, "Schmuck, he's from Montreal."
He's from Laval, which is where I live, which is just the other side of the bridge from Montreal.
Yeah,
right
on the North Shore.
But if you're gonna like theoretically, think of it this way: when you're not from a country, you associate people with major cities, right? So people say, "Oh, Brian, he's from New York City." I don't live in New York City. I live in a suburb of New York, outside of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like Mark also, they say Mark is from New York City. No, Mark is not from New York City. He lives in a suburb outside of New York City.
Yeah.
You know, like
I say I'm in Montreal, but I'm outside of Montreal.
And that's the thing. Is like, oh, when I say, oh, yeah, my friend Max, he lives in Montreal, but I know you don't live in Montreal. But how am I going to explain that you live in a suburb just outside? You know, it's like, okay, he lives in Montreal.
You go with the biggest town nearby where you live that people can associate with.
Oh, yeah. I always say I live in Cincinnati, even though I live 20 minutes outside of Cincinnati.
You don't even live in the same state as Cincinnati.
I know, dude. If you don't talk over me, I was going to explain that. No, I live in Kentucky, but I live also 5 minutes away from the Cincinnati airport, which is in Kentucky as well.
Right.
Because, borders. So.
I remember I flew into the Cincinnati airport, and back then, like my phone, when you turned it on, you couldn't keep your phone on during flights back then.
Yeah.
It would tell you, it'd say where you landed. So like it would say, "Welcome to Kentucky." I was like, no, I'm in Ohio. Like,
no.
and then like the flight attendant explains to me like it's the Cincinnati airport, but it's actually in Kentucky.
Yeah.
All right, next match: Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins.
Dolph.
I think Dolph's gonna keep it because they're pushing him. They want to make.
I also think they're pushing Seth back into the world title reign.
Yeah, that was my other thing. They want to keep Dolph happy because they want him to re-sign another contract. And they also want to move Seth into better things because he's basically the face of Raw.
I thought Dolph re-signed for like 2 years when he dropped the U.S. title like 6 months ago. I think the bigger issue is they want to keep the belt on Dolph, so when they turn Drew when they turn him baby to go against Dolph, they have something to fight over. So I think it's going to be like 3 months or so, maybe up to Survivor Series, maybe even all the way to WrestleMania. Yeah, it's going to be like Drew is the heater for Dolph, and Dolph's going to keep winning shady ways using Drew to hold on to the belt, and then come WrestleMania season or maybe Survivor Series, Drew's going to be like, all right, I'm tired of carrying you.
Shit, yeah,
you give me the belt. Or I'm going to take it off you. So yeah, I think we're going to be looking at that for the next 6 months between the two of them, which is I'm fine with it. I think Dolph is he's doing a lot better as paired with Drew, and I think Drew McIntyre is going to be. I mean, he was so good on the Indies. He's going to be great.
He's got great things ahead of him.
Yeah, he's so good. So
good persona. He's a big guy like Vince likes him.
He's got a good look. Yeah. Sexy accent. Yeah. So definitely Dolph. This is probably the match I'm looking forward to most on the card. If Jeff were all the way healthy, it'll be a toss up.
I mean, Rollins and Dolph rarely ever have bad matches. They both are great wrestlers that always have good matches, so it can't really be a bad match.
30-minute match. I would say the first fall goes to Seth, and it goes downhill from there.
Yeah, I hate those matches because it's going to finish 2-1.
2-1 or 3-2.
Yeah, it's never going to be like
they've gone set like 7-6. The Brock versus Angle one was like 7-6.
I thought it was like 7-5. I thought Brock won by 2. Like I think
whatever it was, though, it was like a high amount. It was
it definitely but that was also an hour long, like in half an hour one.
And it was on SmackDown. That was really annoying.
A half an hour Iron Man match is 5 falls max. I think 3-2. Yeah. I hope it doesn't go to overtime again because last time they did a 30-minute Iron Person match, it went to overtime. I hope they're not that predictable. But either way, I think this match is going to be fire. And
they are that predictable. It will go to overtime, and that's where Drew McIntyre will step in.
Maybe.
So
yeah,
Drew McIntyre is definitely going to have something to do with the outcome of the match.
What doesn't make sense is why doesn't Drew McIntyre just run in the ring and punch Dolph in the face every 30 seconds, every time a new fall starts? Just disqualification after disqualification. That's why it doesn't make sense to have him ringside.
Right.
Like, You know,
Agreed.
so I mean, he should end up winning 20-0, like he said, because every 30 seconds, just run in, tech Dolph, and then run back out, start all over again.
Yeah.
Well, I think at that point the referee would just eject him.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I could totally see them going that way too. Like it's 2-2 with 30 seconds left, and McIntyre runs in and gets Seth disqualified by hitting Dolph and giving Dolph a fall. So anyway, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Dolph's going to keep it.
It's going to be fun. Dolph retains. Yeah.
Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens in a steel cage. That's going to be Braun.
I'm sorry, but like it's going to be a squash.
Yeah, he's going to get destroyed. What I'm most looking forward is how Braun is going to destroy the cage.
Here's the thing, and here's why I was thinking Braun, but then I remembered when you mentioned it's a steel cage match. I think it goes the St. Valentine's Day Massacre route. 1998, when Big Show threw Austin through the side of the cage. It was 1999, but when Big Show threw Austin through the side of the cage and he just dropped down and landed on his feet, I think
yes, I'm not saying that Braun is going to win the match, although he absolutely should.
Right.
What I am saying is that he's going to get the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, Owens gets no offense and goes through the side of the cage, and his feet hit the ground first.
If Owen wins this, it's because he got thrown out of the cage by Braun. Pretty much. That's the only way he's going to win this.
Yeah,
it's by being a projectile.
Yeah. But anyway, I think the build for this has been fantastic. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a fun match.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be Kevin just trying to hide when there's nowhere to hide the whole time. He's just going to be running, chasing him in circles.
Yeah.
They need Braun to show up wherever Brock Lesnar is on his ranch, hit him in the head with the briefcase, pull out little Nate and say, count it, and count the 1, 2, 3 and put the title on him.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going with Kevin Owens on this one.
I'm going with Braun.
Getting a fucking beating.
Yeah, I'm going with Braun winning this. Final match, AJ versus Rusev.
Well, here's the thing. The match is taking place on Rusev Day.
Yeah, and Rusev is selling a lot of merch. And he is very popular.
I'm telling you, for the first time, I mean this seriously. I'm going for Rusev.
I think it's going to be Rusev. I think it's going to be Rusev as well.
And AJ's had the title for quite some time now. It's time for a change.
They've been trying to hold Rusev down because they didn't want to push him too much, but the fans are totally going nuts after him. His sale of merch is through the roof.
I'm saying this whole Rusev Day thing is.
I can't understand why they're not making him a face.
Yeah.
Why they're stuck up on keeping him a heel? He's getting face reaction all the time.
Because Vince hates the fans, which is exactly why that in English is going to cost Rusev the match, and Rusev Day will end.
I don't think it's going to end because Lana just got her new shirt that is Lana Day.
Can I ask you what you have inside that vape? Because I want some.
Dude, I'm telling you, they've been teasing the breakup. I think it's going to happen. I'm not optimistic at all in WWE's ability to listen to their fans. I mean, if it were clear, if Triple H were booking this, if this were NXT, I'd say Rusev all day. But there's not. Unless the other thing is, no, I don't see it happening. I see AJ retaining.
We got 2 more years of Vince.
Yeah, at least.
Well, after that, he's going to be in the XFL full time. He said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that should be when Triple H gets more more.
So let's see,
leeway.
2 more years. So yeah, it's starting spring late winter, early spring of 2020. Triple H will take over, and then when the XFL folds in August, then Vince will be back. So basically, WrestleMania 2020 up until SummerSlam, we'll have Triple H booking.
Basically.
Yeah. Anyway, I would like. My heart says Rusev. My mind says AJ retains.
All right, folks.
I think it's going to be Rusev.
So before we close out, important announcement. 1 week from today, my man G and I will be doing the very first series in what we're going to be calling the Poppa Casts, and we will be interviewing on a video podcast Jeff and Chappie from Scopely, the lead developers.
Character
finding
designers.
out the character designers. We're going to talk about the process that goes into developing the characters, the thought process, why certain moves are chosen over others, why certain gem placements are done, why certain characters would have a silence gem versus a blast gem versus a botch gem. And we're all finally going to answer that age-old question, why different characters have different talent totals.
Oh.
It should be very interesting.
Dude, yes, please explain to me how Volkov is only 7778 and next big thing is 8080.
So Jeff promised me that he will explain that during the interview. He'll explain exactly why. And I guess you just have to watch to find out.
Yep.
It's very exciting. Congratulations, guys. It sounds awesome.
It should be pretty fun. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. Again, if you're not subscribed to any of our channel, make sure to do so. Channel links are going to be in the description of the video. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later.
Later, guys.
Later.